Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome back for another Minecraft Snapshot. This is 13W21A for Thursday, May 23rd. And we haven't had one in a couple weeks here, that's why we got 21 instead of 20. And there are some major changes this week that are going to impact the way Minecraft works very much in the future. But first, I'm going to show you the new horse UI system, which also works for donkeys and mules, of course. Now, you'll notice this guy, I'll explain that in a second. So yeah, horses, originally you could just put saddles and armor on them, not donkeys or mules though, and you basically had no way of getting that off of them unless you killed them. You could switch out the armor, but other than that, there wasn't really a good way to do the horse inventory. But now there is a new UI system, so if I'm going to mount this horse, you just push E to do your normal inventory, and here we go. There is a slot for armor, and a slot for saddle, and if you take those off, the horse will just kind of look around normally like it's out of your control, but then when you put it on, there it goes, it's got all that on, and you even see the lead coming off of it in the little picture. It's kind of funny. So it works just like how our normal inventory would with our armor and stuff. So it's pretty cool. And then if you jump on a donkey and do it, they don't have an armor slot, but they do have their inventory slot if you put a chest on them, so that's awesome. Same works for the mule over here. And I was going to show you, I hadn't put a saddle on this guy, but there we go, that's how you would do that. But one thing that's a little weird and buggy, this horse I haven't tamed yet, but if I was to pop in here and go into the inventory, he just kicked me off and I haven't broken him yet, but I put a saddle on him, so now I can control him. I believe that's a bug, but as long as you pop a saddle or armor on them really quick, they will be under your control. But if I was to take the saddle off, he would buck me off anytime here, and you can see him. There he goes. He just bucked me off. So it's kind of weird. You can have like this is how the armor actually looks without the saddle. Normally you wouldn't really be able to do that type of thing. But yeah. Anyways, so that is the new horse UI, and as before, you can just pop stuff in here if you don't want it. You can throw that into the donkey and he'll carry that around. Now you don't have to do any shift clicking. You don't have to do any of that stuff. So it works a lot better. Now, one of the other things I was going to mention here is that I mentioned is going to impact Minecraft greatly in the future is the new attribute system. Now, this is starting with items, but it's also going to affect different player stuff, and you'll be able to see the attributes immediately here. They pop up on a lot of items right now. It is any of the items that would do more damage, such as swords, pickaxes, axes, shovels, and also potions now have this new tooltip to kind of tell you exactly how much strength or attack damage strength adds, or how much speed is added when you use a swiftness potion. So this is only applying to basically the items that I have in this chest right now, and it's going to be probably, you know, widened to other items and other potions in the future. But this is cool because it's going to allow map makers to use MBT tags to change some of this stuff easier, to make like custom loot and things like that. But it also gives the player a lot better idea of like how this stuff works and exactly how much is going on when you get hit with a slowness. You're losing 15% speed, all that type of stuff. And this is going to be extended to players and entities as well, so you can make, if you're a Mac maker, you can make faster entities and stuff like that, or stronger. But one of the things that this might lead to is the ability to do certain stuff. Like Dinnerbun said, he's going to add a few examples of the stuff would be maybe a bow that slows the holder when you're walking around with it to kind of offset the advantage, or a helm that actually buffs your health and gives you more health would be really cool. Other stuff too, like weapon damage, how fast it takes to pull back a bowstring, a sword swing speed, stuff like that is going to be able to be changed. So either we'll get some new enchantments, which I hope happens, or it'll just be things for map makers. But either way, this is going to help kind of broaden the way that combat and stuff works in Minecraft. And I mentioned this is also going to extend to entities too, so we could make different, like, you know, faster or stronger mobs or players with defaults by that type of thing. So another thing that has also been changed is the resource pack. Normally you would just put a texture pack, and if you were to try to change the sounds in the game or stuff like that, the music, it would download a new resource pack from Mojang and it would overwrite that, so you had to do some finagling to actually get that. But now Dinnerbone is going to make it where we can use sound packs, so you could have custom sounds for when you walk on grass or when you get hurt. If you wanted the like ooh sound back again, you could have that from the old days, that type of thing, or do like custom game sound effects. Like you could have like a Mario sound when you jump or something like that. Boing, that'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that type of stuff is going to be easier in the future. And another thing, the chat system has been changed to apparently a lot of stuff that didn't work properly, like messages that were left untranslated, didn't work, so I'm not sure exactly how that's going to change, but a lot of this is like basic framework stuff that they're changing in Minecraft that's going to improve the game. Some of the bug fixes I wanted to mention, though. Hay originally would not burn, but it basically burns like coal does, where it'll kind of sit there for a while, and after a bit it burns out. Oh, that was a lot faster than normal, but usually it takes a bit longer, but they will burn out like that. Some of the other bug fixes, you used to be able to see the XP bar in Creative, no longer, since you basically have unlimited XP in Creative. So I got a few levels there, and if I go into Survival, I actually have like 20 or something, 23, but the XP bar pops up. That's another change. As you probably saw from the old snapshots, if you have no experience, the experience bar doesn't show up even in Survival. So now that they just eliminated that from Creative, horse spawn eggs work a little better now. If you walk up to a horse, you can just tap it without having to be on it, and you get a baby of that horse. And if you tap babies, sometimes you get a random different one, but I'm just going to make a ton of donkeys here. There we go. We got a lot of baby donkeys that are going to follow their mother there and wander around. It seems like horse spawning has been toned down a little bit. I flew around this whole plains, and I saw this guy over here, this one black horse, and then two other guys spawned with him. One of them suffocated, the other one wandered off, and that was pretty much it. So that was kind of weird. And oh, one thing I don't think I mentioned this. If I was to jump on this guy and pop a saddle on him, I can control. Oh, I did mention that. Sorry, I'm a little. But yeah, I have full control over this guy, even though I didn't tame him. There we go. Some other bug fixes that are important. Used to not be able to throw an ender pearl when you're on a horse, but now if I was to jump on this guy, if I can get him to come back to me, let me throw a pearl to get over to him. There we go. So if I was gonna run and then I like jump and throw a pearl at the same time, I can throw it farther. That type of thing. I'm sure people are going to use that for mini games and stuff, and we'll figure out, ooh, actually damaged that guy by hitting him, maybe. It's probably like a snowball. Some other things, they fixed being able to remove armor and all that stuff. Name tags, that's what I had over here. Those guys are suffocating. Uh-oh, poor little baby donkeys. This is something I wanted to show. Normally, if I was on a horse and I looked down, I would actually see the name tags stick out, but no longer. You won't see them. But if you notice, this was kind of a weird name for a horse. This is actually an idea I got off of Reddit. If I was riding this and someone else looked at me, it would look like I'm holding a lance, even though it's just the horse's name. So that's kind of funny. Until we get real lances, hopefully, that is a nice little way to make it look like you're jousting. Some of the horse textures were weird. Their health and stuff was buggy. If you've been watching a lot of the snapshots, you know that if you breed horses, their health was kind of strange and stuff. That's supposedly fixed. That type of stuff. Not too many updates this week, though. It's all like internal stuff, so it's hard to really see the implications of a lot of this. But as you can see from like the stat attributes and stuff, we're getting a lot of cool little bonuses and stuff. Right now, it doesn't actually show you what a enchantment would add to that, which is interesting, but he's still messing with that. He just kind of did that within the last few days, so we'll see. But yeah, this is basically like if I had a diamond sword, I'm doing 7 more damage than I would with my fist, down to 4 for wooden sword. And as you can see, it goes sword, axe, pickaxe, shovel. Hoe doesn't even have like a boost on it, so yeah, those are the only items that have gotten their little tooltips, but I'm sure we'll get more in the future. And that is pretty much it. Very exciting stuff, though, because it's going to be awesome to have like a faster bow or a buffing helmet, that type of stuff when you're playing multiplayer games and that sort of thing. But just in the base, like, horses are easier to use now in survival, so that's a good takeaway from this week. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully we'll have some more stuff next week, and we're getting closer to 1.6 being released. It was a little slow this week because Jeb had his wedding, and Dinnerbone and the others went on their little Mojang retreat. But they are back to work, and things are going full steam ahead with 1.6. So hopefully we'll get it in May like they said, but I doubt it. I think we're going for June. So anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time for more Minecraft Snapshots. Goodbye.